Well, g'day. I'm Keeonra and welcome to Keeonra Music. I'm wearing one of my new t-shirts. I think it looks okay. Got my headphones thing in the way. Here we go. And just stand up and here we go. Paint splatter. Very cool. Anywho, hello and welcome. Cubase 13. It's here. It's there. It's out now. If you choose to upgrade or choose to buy Cubase 13, it's up to you. Here's an idea. Just thinking out loud. Now, I may be incorrect, but you never know. Black Friday sales are coming up. Cubase or Steinberg, who makes Cubase, sometimes they do have sales. So if you're thinking about it, you don't want it yet, maybe you might be interested in waiting until there's a sale. I always love a sale. And of all things, Cubase is the only thing that I have purchased I've purchased when not on sale. So I bought Cubase 12 Pro February earlier this year. And this latest upgrade, I have just upgraded to, literally downloaded it last night. So I haven't even looked at it other than to take the screenshot for the thumbnail. So if you are joining me live, then thank you very much. And please say hi in the chat. It's nice to have you along with me. And we'll discover Cubase 13 together. And we might write a little bit of a tune or something while we're here. All right. So let's have a look at the website, first of all, if I can have a look over here. Here we are. So here is the website. And Cubase 13, new features and workflow enhancements to support you when your creativity is flowing. So Mix Console has been given a fresh overhaul with a sleek, streamlined design to help you focus on your mix. Now, I've only quickly glanced at an old project in the new Cubase 13. I love it, I love it, I love it. For me, as someone with really poor eyesight, it has more contrast. I can see it better and clearer. So while it has to be aesthetically pleasing, I really do like the fact that it is easier to see. For me personally, it's a personal thing, but I do like that. The range tool, I'm looking forward to using that, especially as it's being demonstrated here in the MIDI, in the piano roll. I'm looking forward to getting to use that. So that's going to be really, really good. Edit multiple parts from within the key editor and drum editor. Now, this is something that I did miss from Cubase, going from Cakewalk to Cubase, because this is something that Cakewalk had and did really well. And now it's pretty much the same as what Cakewalk has. And I'm like, oh, that's so good, because that just makes a lot of sense to do that. And I was a bit disappointed when I found Cubase didn't have that, but had so many other features that I really, really liked. And that was one of the reasons why I went to Cubase. But now they have it. So that's happy days, happy days. And also something that Cakewalk had as well, which is pretty much the channel strip thingy. Next on the side here, click this extra bit and you get that bit, the channel strip. Cakewalk already had that and Cubase didn't, which again was one of those things that's like, oh, why don't they have that? Because Cakewalk has it. Why doesn't Cubase have it? Now it does. And so happy days again. I'm very happy about that. The ultimate vocal chain. I'd be interested in comparing this with Isotope's products. So I have got Isotope's Music Production Suite 6, I believe. So I want to do, I'm coming up to hopefully record some vocals soon, and I'm looking forward to doing some stuff where I can basically get the same sort of things on Isotope's products and then do it in Steinberg's Cubase plugin and see the difference. Is it better? Is it worse? Is it the same? You know, a lot of the stock plugins in Cubase, you wouldn't need other plugins. They're that good. They're that good. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for joining me. It's good to see you again. The vocal chain. I'm looking forward to using that and playing around with that and seeing how that works. So there might be something I'll be playing with that in this session because I haven't got any recorded vocals ready to play with, but I'm looking forward to using that in the future. It'll be interesting. This, on the other hand, oh my goodness, the new chord pads. So happy how this works. You've got your circle of fifths and your chord pads on the same screen together, which is just brilliant. You can have it in different variations like this, or you can have it next to each other, which is great. Very happy with that. You can change the root key and it changes the chords and the circle of fifths by themselves. And there's, I want to have a look at, see here it says 7 days. There are a lot of chord progressions already programmed in for you to try. And when the colours are more green, they're more the chords that are closer to a chord progression that sounds betterer, for want of a better word, or the yellow, orange, red ones are might be a bit dissonant or might be a bit different. So I'm looking forward to playing with the chords. Question from Michelle, has your voice recovered yet? Look, it's starting to. I think I'm going to start practicing my singing soon. I've got, I think, a couple of weeks to my WASO audition. I'm going to give it a try maybe and see how we go, or I might postpone it till next year. I'm not sure. I'll see how I go. I want to actually record my voice in Cubase and see how close I am to the notes. If my singing is too far off from the notes and I'm not pitching correctly as well as I think I'm pitching, then I might leave it till next year and do some more training before I re-audition, because unfortunately, I think I'm thinking about what I'm hearing rather than actually hearing what I'm singing, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking of the note rather than hearing the note, and I think that's where I'm getting it wrong perhaps. Whereas if I record it, then there'll be no doubt when I actually look at the MIDI in Vari Audio that will actually let me know if I'm on pitch or not. So that'll be an interesting little, exercise to do in itself. So I'll see how I go. But yes, my voice has definitely improved. And I've actually been going to a physiotherapist about another issue, and they did mention about my breathing for singing and how I use my neck muscles. And I thought I do really good diaphragmatic breathing, but I don't do enough chest breathing, and so I tense up my neck and shoulder muscles, which affects my voice, which I was not aware of. So I'm actually relearning how to breathe, and I think I'd like to do that better, do that better before I audition again. So I'm weighing up different things, so I'll wait and see. But yes, my voice is better, but it did take several months to get back to 100% after that virus I had, which wasn't COVID. It was something else, but it was nasty. All right. There's some vintage equalizers and things, vocal compressor and all sorts of things in there. I don't know much about those, but apparently they're good. So I'd like to, learn more about that. I'd have to watch videos and stuff. That's okay. Iconica Sketch. I'd like to have a look at that in this session, because that's supposed to be a full orchestra. So you're able to create full orchestral scores of the highest quality with 140 articulations for 34 instruments in a 5 gig library. So, Michelle, you've been sick all of October and your voice is affected too. Yeah, it was a nasty bug going around Perth. Not pleasant at all. Not pleasant at all. So I hope you're feeling well or getting well. This is interesting. This is really good. The sampler track. Apparently there is so much more you can do in the sampler tracks now of all these shapes and envelopes and thingies, and I haven't played too much in the sampler track, but this looks really, really interesting. So I'm looking forward to playing with that a bit more and doing more stuff in the sampler. You are better now. I assume that's what I am now. Yes, I'm glad you're better. So the sampler track's good. Compression with character. Black Valve is a classic tube compressor. So that'll be good. I don't use compressors and things. I should try different ones. I want to experiment more with my music and my music production. Vocoder. Looking forward to playing with this. There was a vocoder, my friend Laureen from the Produce Aisle, came out with, I can't remember what it is. I think it was a free one. And I can't remember whether I actually downloaded it or not. Possibly. I have way too many plugins. But this has got an inbuilt one. Apparently Cubase years ago or some time ago did have a vocoder, and then they got rid of it, and now they brought this back. So it'll be fun to play with, do something a little bit different. So that'll be good. Again, I might have to do a couple of sessions with the vocals for that vocal chain and also the vocoder. That'll be cool. Sample packs. Now, I'm not quite sure whether when I downloaded everything, these are there. I'm not sure, but yeah, that'll be good. These are the workflow improvements. Now, I'm really looking forward to this. Step and MIDI input features now more powerful. Modify the note lengths, simplified CC recording, new version, new video editing. So working with new video edits is more convenient for track versions of the video track. That could be handy for a lot of people. Replace audio in video, export a new soundtrack directly into the original MP4 video file. Wow, without re-rendering. That's pretty cool. Where to start, you decide, do you want to start from the cycle marker, the last position, or your selection? Configure where playback starts to precisely match your workflow. Ooh, yes, because that is, yeah. That's really cool. Tap your tempo. There's an easier way to do that now. Quick channel change the channel type from mono to stereo. That is very handy because in the past, recording vocals, it would record it, even though you'd put it in as mono, it would record it as stereo, and there was no real way to change it, so you just left it as stereo. And it sounded fine, it was okay, but it really is better if it's mono. So you can really quickly and effectively change that, which is great. More features, please. Yes, please. Zoom in, up or down. Command Shift or Control Shift with the wheel. Excellent. The key to your commands. The new key command dialog makes managing your shortcuts easy. So much to explore. Many new commands. I didn't even know the old ones. I was still getting used to those. Oh my goodness. More flexible importing. Several new options to give you more flexibility. Importing tracks, events and time ranges. MIDI plugins have had a design overhaul with a fresh new look. Lovely. Ready for MIDI 2.0 with support for high resolution plus CC after touch pitch bend. Oh, MIDI 2.0, nice. That's good. Return more ways. You now set instrument tracks, rack, sampler, return channels as inputs for audio tracks. Okay. I don't really know what that means, but I'll nod and smile. Ooh. New demos, excellent. Good. Yes, and I have the Pro version, so these things are for different versions. Better Windows handling. Cubase now features Windows compliant multi-window handling. Improved video engine. Improved GPU hardware decoding. better overall performance. Well, let's just open it up and give it a shot, shall we? Dolby Atmos support for Cubase 13 as well. I'm not getting into that at this point in time, so that's neither here nor there. They're the prices. They're in Australian for upgrading, depending on the version you have. It is more, of course, for the full version. But look, let's get into it. It looks great. I'm not going to watch the videos. I have watched several videos of lots of people reviewing it, having a first look, all those sorts of things. What I will say is this just looks really, really good. It is crisper and cleaner. I can see it better. So from the outset, it does look different. And I'm happier with the difference. Let's add an instrument track. Let's add what was it? The Sketch Orchestra? No, that's BBC. I don't know. Where would it be? Where would VST Instruments? Here we go. So that's drum, native instruments, other. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll have to go back. What was it called? Ultimate vocal chain. Iconica Sketch. There we go. So let's Iconica. I'm thinking that you have to download it separately, which means that I wouldn't have it yet and it will take me forever to download it. Always the way. You'd think that it would just automatically download, but that may not be the case. So let's see if that is the case, and at some point we'll be able to find it. Oh, here we go. VST Instruments. So I'm looking at a different screen. Here we go. Iconica Sketch. It's already installed. Oh, it's Halion Sonic. Okay. Halion Sonic. Okay. Ah, there it is. Okay. See, if you know the right name, it's all good. Okay. Iconica Sketch. There it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got, let's play with the orchestra, shall we? And then we can have a look at some of the other bits and pieces. So we've got bass clarinet. I don't think all of the orchestras I've got, I don't think I've got a bass clarinet. I've got clarinet, but I don't think I've got bass clarinet. Bass is legato. So we've got all the articulations here. So let's can we do that? Is that how we do this? Maybe. That kind of works. Bass clarinet legato. Okay, we've got bass clarinet. Okay. Basses. Gee, this is really quick to put in there. Bassoon. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. That comes up really quick. Let's hear it. Sorry, I'll just have to I'll have to add something to this. Hang on. Let me do my thing so you can hear it, because otherwise you won't be able to hear it. I've got to do some fancy things. Excellent. Okay, that's sorted. So I haven't changed the colours yet. You'll have to forgive me, but let's have a look at bassoon 1 and listen for that. It's not playing. Why can't I? Ah. Legato? That sounds really nice. Okay. Wow. Oh, there's a Celeste. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, wow, that's really velocity sensitive. You can see in the middle here it's changing. Wow. That's really cool. That is very cool. Wow. Okay. All right, let's play with some others. Cello, one of my favourite instruments. Now, is it... a group of cello or a solo cello? Group. And it sounds lovely. And it's responsive. Wow. Okay. Flute. That's my other main instrument. English horn, contrabassoon, euphonium. Wow. I'm super impressed. So many orchestral libraries I have, and they don't have these instruments, or they're extra. That's incredible. Flute. There's flute. This is so easy. Drag and drop it, and there it is, loaded up. So quick. So quick. Super impressed. The whole library, I believe, is about 5 gig. So that's tiny in comparison to other orchestral libraries like Cine samples. Massive, huge library. Takes forever to load, but the sounds are amazing. So it'll be interesting. I'm hoping, because Black Friday is coming up, and something that I looked for last year when I was looking at orchestral libraries was I wanted a comparison. What does this one sound like compared to this one, compared to this one, compared to this one? All in one video, please. So that's what I'm hoping to create in the next week or so. I think, I've got a couple of weeks. But when I was doing my research, I really wanted to know what to get. And I tell you what, for the price of the door, to get this included and so much other stuff, wow. You wouldn't need anything else. You really, I'm blown away by this. I mean, they call this a sketch, but this is cool. This is really nice. Okay, flute. Let's listen to the flute. It's lovely. I have heard better, I must admit, but I tell you what, that sounds lovely. I've heard a lot worse too, but that does sound like a flute. If you're going to ask me, does that sound realistic? Yes, it does. And if you're creating music within the context of the orchestra, you want the sound to be a straight sound on the note, similar to singing in a choir. So it needs to be on the note. You don't want too much variation. You don't want it to sound like a soloist instrument unless there is a solo part for the flautist in that particular piece of music. So it does depend, but I think that sounds really nice. Again, I'd want to compare it. I'm thinking aloud here, but I think that 8DIO's flute sounds better, and even Law's flute. I think I've even got Spitfire Audio's something or other, the group of flutes or something. They have more character as far as sounding more like a soloist type part, whereas this is really set for the orchestral. Have I heard better, got better? Maybe. I'd have to compare. I think they're similar but different, but this certainly sounds lovely. And you can hear that variation in the blowing, but not as much as other sample libraries, I believe. And it's not velocity sensitive, it's all mezzo piano. So you'd have to use the mod wheel for that. It's pretty good though. It's pretty good. I'm impressed. Oh, a glockenspiel now. Everyone needs a glockenspiel, don't they? Really? I'm in the wrong range, I can tell. Up here. It's a high-pitched instrument, isn't it? Yes, my piano playing is still bad, but that's a pretty nice glockenspiel. Now, I do have several harps in several libraries, and I do like city harps, so this will be interesting. Oh, that's lovely. Now, the one thing you don't get with this that you do get with some other libraries is you get the one key to do the runs and those sorts of things. A the glisses. Anyway, rather than doing it manually by running your finger up the keyboard, getting a sore finger. Ow. Anyway, but it does sound lovely. That's lovely. The velocity is beautiful. This is really good if you can play keyboard. you can, as it says, you can sketch something really, really quickly. The response, there's no lag time. And I think because it is within the Hallian sonic, which is part of Steinberg's instrument within Cubase, it's so responsive. There's no lag time. It is brilliant. In saying that, this is the first time I've used Cubase 13. Maybe that's the same with all instruments. Maybe I need to load up another library and find out. So I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued. Let's go on oboe, because there's an Australian song I want to do in the near future, a cover, which has an oboe part. That's staccato. I want legato. That sounds really nice. Again, I've got the solo instruments by 8DIO, which I think are nicer samples as solo samples. So I do like the 8DIO sample. So that still is good. Really, really good. Okay. Percussion. What do we have here? I don't even know. Okay. A bit of everything. Okay. Wow. That is so good. And to have it just as one instrument is really, really cool. Wow. I am super impressed by this. This is really good. Timpani, medium mallet rolls. Love it. Beautiful. That is great. Wow. Vibraphone, tubular bells. Okay, violins. Let's listen to a violin. We listened to the cello earlier. These are not in an orchestral order by any means, but I just want to get the idea. I will have to write something orchestral to play with this properly now, I think. This is an amazing instrument. And I do have other sketch libraries. I've got the one from Red Room. I haven't played with that too much. And Albion 1 is supposedly another, good library, which is expensive, and, they're all expensive, but not cheap, but supposedly more of a sketch type instrument. But this is just so responsive and loads so quickly. It's not polyphonic. So polyphonic means you can play more than one note at a time. I can only play one note at a time. I can't play two unless there are settings. Okay, multi. Unless we can put up different drop program allow. Okay. So could you do, we've got violins 1. Could you do another violins 1? And then could you play it like polyphonic? No, it's still not playing. Okay, so that's interesting. There's possibly, I'd have to look that up as to whether we do that? Yep. Oh, okay, that got rid of all. Okay. All right. Violins 1, let's put them back up there. So I'm really not sure how to use the Hallian sonic instrument, of which Iconica Sketch is being loaded up into, if that makes sense. So a lot more learning to be done. A lot more learning to be done indeed. But this is pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed. So staccato is polyphonic. Oh, that's nice. That is, staccato is detached, not short. So pizzicato, that is very nice. Spiccato is detached and short, sharp and shiny, if that makes sense. A bit more on the attack. Sustain. Okay, there's your polyphonic there. Legato, not so much. Yeah. So as far as when you play strings for a better performance, you play one note, then you play the next note, and then you let go of the first note after you've played the second note. So you get that legato sort of sound and feeling. It's not bad. It's not bad. Other libraries, I think, are a little bit better at that, but still, this is just included with Cubase, which is awesome. Xylophone, and why wouldn't you? And again, the velocity. I can get down to triple P. That's lovely. Amazing. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Now what I'm going to do is, I know I've got random instruments here, but I'm going to colorize these. We can do the same as what we did before. So let's just pick random colors. Okay, not so random. Let's make them look somewhat rainbowish, because who doesn't like a good rainbow? And let's put the colors in here and see what it looks like on the mixer side of things, because that's supposedly improved with the look, which at first glance I had earlier. Yeah, it sure has. It looks amazing. I've done all the wrong colours here, but that's okay. I'm running out of colours. It's fine. Let's just pick random colours now. And one down the bottom that looks like that. Oops, one more. That'll do. It's virtually the same colour, isn't it? Let's pick that one. There we go. Okay, so that's great. Now, if we go to the mixer view, it actually looks a lot better, I think. It looks crisper, cleaner. I have it set up as it goes to another screen. The colours are all the way through. You've got the names up the top here, which just makes more sense. It just looks better, I think. And And yeah, I haven't played with it that much at all, other than pretty much what I'm doing now, and it just looks and feels so much clearer and crisper and cleaner. So you've got the names down here, but you've also got the names up here. So if you are listening to it, you can see it here. And also the other thing is, yeah, this is so cool. If you want to change your EQ, you just click on it and there's your EQ. It's all here to do whatever you want in your EQ. How cool is that? And then move the mouse away. Nothing to see here, move along. And there it is. Click on it again, change it again. Woohoo! There you go. And move the mouse away and it's gone. Go to another one. There we go. How easy is that for workflow? So quick and easy. Happy days about that one. The other thing that I'm really excited about is this screen. You've now got an extra one for the channel strip. And here's again, the EQ that we changed. Move the mouse away and it hides it. It's so good. So we've now got a channel strip similar to what I had in Cakewalk, which is awesome. So you've got inserts and your sends. You can move that around accordingly. You can expand your sections. You can set up sections. So you can have different things in here if you want to. You can show all of them. Oh, goody, I can have my picture back again. Cool. Because that's always handy. There it is, the picture. So I can have my track picture if I want. Which I need to set those up as well. One day I'll get organised. So that's really cool. And so as you click on it, if you've got this, you've got this side. See, I'm streaming a bit later than usual. It's past my bedtime. If you have this open, whichever channel you click on will be what you have. It's so good. Now, let's just put something in. Let's do a bit of this and move that there and put that on, and let's put in a little bit of MIDI for the glockenspiel, and let's go in here, and I love how this now shows. Oh, wow. And you've got your lanes as well. That's cool. That is cool. So it shows you, oh, look at that. Thank you, Steinberg. Thank you. I've wanted that for a long time. Thank you. That's really so good. That is handy. So handy. Wow. Okay, I love my good old step recording in here. So let's do something in one of my favourite keys, the key of C. And if we put the playhead here, here, and there's a little blue icon thingy there. Let's just play something. Why isn't it recording? Or did it? It did. Haha. That's interesting. Why did that record like that? I'm not quite sure why that's doing that. This is the range selection tool. Well, you can do that now. Ooh, that's nice. Now, should be able to move that head. Okay, so if we go to there, because they're quarter notes and eighth lengths. So that's why that's doing that. But that's okay. So let's turn that off and go back here, and then we can turn the lanes off. No, there we go. That's the button for lanes. Haha. I knew that. I knew that. And then we'll put in a flute bit, and I just want to show you something which is wonderful that we can do. And again, put it on the step recording, and let's do quarter notes, and we'll do now. Why did it just do the one note? That's really weird. That'll do, because I'm not playing, because I was playing it too legato, perhaps. Maybe it's a thing. Okay, so it's not the best composition ever, but I want to show you this. This is where if we put this on here, we can click for the glockenspiel as well. Yay! Again, this is something that Cakewalk had, and now Cubase has got it. Happy days. It's brought all the stuff in that I really wanted to do. So we can click on glockenspiel and edit that. We can click on flute and edit those. And as I mouse over, you can see the different ones that are highlighted. Brilliant. Brilliant, I say. So let's move that down to there and move that down to there. And now we can go to that, and we want that on the C. Now let's put on the E, and that's the flute. And there we go. And now let's go back to the beginning. And let's move it over here. So I really, really like that, especially when you've got multiple instances of instruments. And you might have seen me in a lot of my streams where I've had to close this window, gone back into here, highlighted the MIDI I want there, press Control and click that one, and then double click on this one, and now I've got both of them. And which one is it? Is that the flute, or is that the flute? That's the glockenspiel. That's the flute. And it's now, as I click on that, it's highlighting all the flute ones. That's highlighting all the glockenspiel ones. Or I can do it this way. Thank you, Stoneberg. I'm not supported by them or sponsored by them, and I paid for this upgrade out of my own pocket, as I did for the whole program, but that is certainly going to make life a lot easier. Okay, let's try this range tool. Okay, why is that so good? Okay, let's have a look. Before, you would have seen me do this. And if there were notes down here, I would have missed them. Or up here, I would have missed them. And I would have found out later, as I often did. But now you can use the range selection tool in here and highlight the whole range, up and down, from top to bottom, but it highlights the range from wherever you set it, left and right. And you can also do it down here. So good. I think if you hold Control, Control is not snap to grid. Interesting. Okay, what about Alt? No, one of them is Shift Control. There we go. Shift Control does lanes down here, and it will also do your CC, expression, all that sort of thing. See, it does all of them. And you can copy to another track, or you can copy, duplicate, or whatever, and it'll copy across your expression, velocity, and everything else. So good. Look at that. Oh, that's so good. Whereas before you had to try and you had to highlight the notes and then pick and it was all too hard and you'd often click the wrong things. So happy days. Really, really happy days. That is a game changer. Okay, I'm going to load up. We've only got a few minutes left. Well, actually, we've run out of time, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to add one of my favourite pianos, which is in Contact. And upgrading was seamless. I have opened up a couple of my old projects in Cubase. No dramas whatsoever. Everything loads, everything works. Happy days. Like really just amazing. So really, really good. My colours and all my old settings and previous stuff, my workspaces, I haven't checked those out, but I assume that they're all okay. It's all user-based and refers to the file, so that should be fine. This is taking a little while to load, but it is loading it in this program for the first time. So, I am pretty happy with it so far, though. That is pretty cool. There we go. Took a little while, but we got there in the end. Oh, it's there. There we go. Move that down the bottom there. There we go. So I want emotional piano. This is a big instrument from Sound Iron. Let's just go. Yeah, main emotional piano. So this is taking a little while up here to load. There we go, half a gig. Let's hear this. Why am I getting another instrument? I'm getting the flute. I shouldn't be getting the flute. That's better. One of the things I noticed going from Cakewalk to Cubase sounded better. I don't know why. It just did at the time. From changing from one to the other, it sounded faster, more responsive, less lag. This sounds like that has improved because that is responsive. From the moment I touch the keys, I'm hearing the sound, whereas I think there was more lag before. I might be imagining it, might be wishful thinking, I don't know, but that does sound lovely, and I think that does sound better than before. Interesting. I will have to, I've got quite a number of pianos in here. I've got additional pianos that are not in Contact and Contact instruments. I'll have to do a piano comparison video, I think, one day. Certainly do a string libraries and orchestra comparison because it'll be interesting, for example, to hear what other instruments sound like. So, for example, Cine samples are the other one. Cine strings. I've also got orchestral chords. Let's listen to the flute. Let's go the flute. True legato. one of the things, I'll have to have a look. This is still loading, so quite a large library in comparison to the standard one that looks like in Cubase. Interesting. Lots of different mic positions. As someone who plays a flute, that sounds realistic. That sounds like a real flute. If we go up here, does it sound like a flute? Yes, it does. If I was doing an orchestral sketch, would I use the Cubase one? Yes, because it's responsive and it's quick and it's CPU non-intensive. It's nothing. And for that reason, yeah, it's great for sketching. That would be awesome. And the articulations, you've got all of them. Whereas if you have, for example, again, its contact instrument is Albion 1 by Spitfire Audio. You've got woods, high-low, strings, brass, mid-light, high-low. You know, it's not bad. You know, let's compare the flute on here, and what you get is pick the range, and you're not sure whether you're getting an oboe or a clarinet or whatever. You don't get to really choose. So this staccato, that's long. It's got the name here. Short arranged and long arranged. So let's go with long and go up the top. That's nice. That's a mixture of instruments, woodwind instruments. Sounds pretty close to Cubase's. Let's go with, this is, oh no, that's Albion 1. So this is why, see, you need to wind instruments, and I think this was Cine Winds, the flute. So by Cine Samples, and Cine Samples for me is my favourite library. But here's my other one, which, for whatever reason, needs contact rather than contact 7. Go figure. I won't show you my horrid directory of stuff with things because it's all over the place. Let's see if I can find it. Claire. Where's it gone? I know it's here. There it is. And Claire flute. So here it is here, Claire flute. Legato strong, I think is the one I want. So 8 DIO's Claire range of instruments are also very, very nice. Again, quite large, a lot of different articulations, but it's nice to compare. That to me sounds really natural. That compared with, so that is 8 DIO's Claire flute, Cinewin's flute, you can hold that down and it will hold on to the note, whereas this one, oh no, it will. It wasn't before. No, it ends. There you go. They run out of breath. Interesting. So, yeah, which one's better? They're both beautiful instruments, but they are different. You get a bit of the room sound with the Cinesamples flute. I think Cinesamples sounds better, but the Claire flute certainly has some character in it as well. How does that compare with Albion 1? Sounds like a synthesizer. Sorry, Spitfire Audio. Although in saying that, I do have the BBC Orchestra if I got their flute out and had to play. So this is where I need to do a video on a comparison of them all. Comment below if you want me to do that, because I think it'll be worth doing. Have a comparison video on woodwind section, on string sections, on all sorts of things, I think. Range of videos. I think it'll be worth, it'll be not worth it, but an interesting exercise, I think. Interesting exercise. Look. Yes. I got the where is it? This one? Here we go. Piano. So this is the who's it by? Sound Irons Emotional Piano, which is great. So piano. Let's add some chord tracks. So we'll add chord tracks, and we'll use the monitor track. That should work. So that should come out the piano. And let's get the we can use emotional piano. That'll work. And let's get the chords up to have a little look at that. Oh, I'm so excited. How about that? List circle of fifths. There we go. Let's have a look at this. Oh, Bohemian chords. I think it was Dom Segalis that was playing with these. Now they're called Bohemian chords because why? How about we solo that? Now it's working. I don't know why it wasn't working before. So that's just weird. Should work as I'm playing it. Don't know why it's not. Oh, there it is. So, you may recognise some of those chord progressions. Yes, it's called Bohemian chords. There's lots of different, chord progressions here, which possibly was there in Cubase 12. I'll have to have a look because I still have it installed. I haven't uninstalled Cubase 12. So that's one of the good things is you can have Cubase 12 and Cubase 13 running side by side, which is interesting. It doesn't actually replace the other. So that is interesting. Pompous statements. So this is put it in the key of E minor by the looks of it. And it changes colour, so it would be better to go down to a C chord from a G and then up to a D because these are yellow, so you want to go stick to the green. I don't know how to use all of this properly yet, but there's a lot you can do. Let's change it all to the key of C. The circle of fifths will change automatically, and this is changed automatically. And it's like, oh, so cool. And oh yes, you can do step input on the chord track now. So I've got that there. Let's put Happy Days. How good is that? Just, it's going to be so much fun and so much easier to write music just in one upgrade of the DAW that I already had. So good. So good. Well, I'm going to leave it there for this stream. It has been wonderful having you here in the chat with me, Michelle, and I'm glad you are feeling better. Yes, I spent all of August, September sick, so I'm glad you are much better and you're getting your voice back too. Oh, excuse me. Past my bedtime. But I hope to see you soon again, Michelle. I think we've got something in the diary already, and I will think of what to do in tomorrow's live stream. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. It might be looking at Cubase a bit more. It might be working on Christmas songs. I'm not sure. I'll work something out. But I certainly know that if I get into the habit of using all of these new features more and more and get more practice with it, it will definitely help my workflow. It'll make things easier, which will make things faster, which will make it more enjoyable, which means there'll possibly be more creativity and I might actually write better songs and make better music. Who knows? Look, if you've joined me and you've enjoyed this little delve into Cubase 13 of some of its new features, not all of them, and in my future live streams I will incorporate all the new little bits as I want to incorporate all the new features into my workflow and work a little bit better and everything. From a quick look at Cubase 13, very happy I upgraded. Do I think it's a really good DAW? Absolutely. Am I biased? Absolutely. You've got to get what works for you. If you don't like Cubase and you like another door, and then that's cool too. This does cost money. Plain and simple. But so did my guitars, which are sitting over there, still very dusty and I haven't used. So I want to use my guitars more. I'm going to be wrapping up 2023 soon. I can't believe I'm saying that, but we are almost halfway through November. I will be looking at what I've done this year and what I had planned to do and didn't do. And so we'll be replanning and revisiting what I'm going to be doing next year, because there's a lot I wanted to get done and I just haven't. So I'm going to focus more. I really, as you might have been able to tell, that I'm not really good at focusing. I sort of, sometimes I am, and then other times it's like, oh, shiny, and off I go. So, and that's okay. I'm just like that. So there are names for things like that, but we won't go there right now. Dear. Thank you, Michelle, for joining me. Thank you if you've joined me in the live stream and you've been lurking in the background. That's okay too. Thank you for watching the replay, and any or all the above. If you can hit the like and the subscribe and ring the little cowbell if you haven't done so already, I really do appreciate it. I've been going now on this YouTube journey for just over a year now, and I haven't quite hit 200 subscribers yet. I'd like to get some more, and I wouldn't mind a few more views. It does help me, and mentally it does encourage one to do more and go a bit more out of my way to do things. Otherwise it's sort of like, no one's watching anyway. So if I get more subscribers and more likes and more views, then that sort of helps. Yes, it's a bit of an ego boost, I know. But anyway, it's good. I like it. I don't need it. Don't have to have it. I'd be here anyway, really. Just making music. On that happy note, until then and a bit more, the next live stream, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. I think there's stuff going on in the world, and I think I might write a song about that and how there should be more peace and respect for humankind right now. Feeling pretty strong about that. I think a lot of us are. So maybe that will be a good thing to do, and do some stuff in Cubase with an original song. I did a song for Songtember. We've skipped October. It's done and dusted. Maybe we need something that might have some hope in it. Who knows? Take care. And thank you for watching and listening. And I hope that you've seen a bit of Cubase that you might not have seen before in action. I'm looking forward to using Cubase for future projects starting tomorrow. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you everyone for watching the replay, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.